Hey guys, it's RockMax32 here and welcome back to another video. I was actually going to be uploading a different video this Saturday, but instead we're going to switch it over to this because May 1st is coming up and I just wanted to do a quick and dirty video with all of the sets that you can expect coming out on May 1st, and if you haven't seen a comprehensive look at everything coming out, this can be that for you. So we're going to dive into that today. You may notice that this video is like kind of thrown together, and that is the reality. I am graduating from college very soon, and then I have a very busy month after that. I will be marrying my fiance and also starting my first full-time job. So a very busy season throughout it all. I'm going to be trying to schedule uploads every Saturday, try and stay weekly for y'all. So if you appreciate that, just slap a like down there. But that's enough rambling from me. Let's go ahead and get into these May 1st LEGO sets. So for LEGO Star Wars, I'm going to start out with my least favorite thing coming out May 1st, and that is the Revenge of the Sith Brickheadz pack. This thing actually looks pretty cool as far as some of the other Brickheadz packs go. This one is really fun. I obviously have a huge soft spot in my heart for Revenge of the Sith. I think it's probably the best Star Wars movie, in my opinion. Obviously, that's my generation talking a little bit. They picked a very good selection of characters. I think that they look good, but I don't care too much about the Brickheadz. I have a couple, but this is just not something I'm going to see myself buying. Next up in the same vein, we have Pilot Luke as a Brickhead. Same sort of thing. I care even less about this. I should have put this first because I care about it even less. So we'll just say first, all the Brickheadz. Don't care too much, but they look good. So if you're into that, you should definitely pick them up. LEGO has really figured out how to make good Brickheadz. I feel like some of the early ones looked a little weird, but these look really good. So if you want them, you should definitely get them. We have the buildable chopper, which is really interesting because it's a perfect addition to anyone's collection who has one of these. This is the new buildable R2-D2, or relatively new, and I think that the buildable chopper would go perfectly next to this. Now, does that mean I'm going to go pick up a buildable chopper? Probably not, but very cool. We haven't gotten the chopper minifigure in a while. Well, oh, the new Ghost, we got the chopper minifigure, so I guess he's not. I thought that it would have been since Rebels, but yeah, the new chopper, and honestly, this is probably an Ahsoka show, like, thing. I'm not really sure, but very cool that we're getting that. And then for MIDI scale ships, we are getting Kylo Ren's shuttle, something I never expected us to get. LEGO's been doing a lot of like big to medium range ships like frigates and like cruisers. Like we got the Acclamator and the Tantive 4 and stuff like that. So I'm surprised to see like a shuttle scale ship, but this is a very large ship in universe as far as shuttles go, and so I'm not surprised that they would do this. I am surprised that we're getting sequel sets because it's been a very long time since we've gotten sequel sets, especially a display sequel set, because a lot of the sequels fans are really young kids, and so you would expect sequel sets to be more oriented towards play sets instead of display sets. So I feel like this is a very interesting choice for LEGO, but also not a bad choice necessarily. So I can definitely see this being a relatively popular set because it looks really good. I think it looks fantastic. So I could see a lot of people picking this up. We have two helmet sets, an interesting one and a really interesting one. Now the interesting one is the Jango Fett's helmet. It looks so good. This is a helmet that people have been begging for since like the beginning of the helmet series. The fact that it's taken this long to get Jango Fett's helmet is crazy. I'm actually, spoiler alert, working on another review right here. But the fact that it's taken so long to get Jango Fett's helmet is crazy, for sure. And this is one of the best looking helmets so far. I built the Mandalorian helmet, and this is just another Mandalorian helmet, but it has a super cool paint scheme. One of the first like really cool helmets we see in Clone Wars, not being a clone's helmet. I don't know. I'm very surprised it took them this long to make it. I thought that the helmet series was dead, and boom, on May 1st we're getting two more. So LEGO is clearly telling us this series is not dead, and they're still making more. And with that, we have another one, a very interesting one. In the same vein as Kylo Ren's shuttle being interesting as a display set, we have Kylo Ren's helmet. Now, I do think that this makes a lot more sense. This is an awesome helmet. A helmet that even people who aren't fans of the sequel series thought was really cool when they first saw it. So the fact that we're getting this as a like display set, I think makes perfect sense. Lego at this point has exhausted a lot of the helmets in the Star Wars universe without getting really niche, and so I think trying to stick with like the main 9 movies and pick helmets from those. Obviously we need to start getting into sequels. I believe they made the First Order helmet. I don't remember. I haven't followed the helmet series the closest. I only have a couple. But Kylo Ren's helmet is like a perfect addition to this series, and the models for it, the like leaked pictures, I guess they're not leaked at this point, Lego has them out, they look incredible. So definitely an awesome pickup. Next up, second to last, we're going to talk about the Star Wars like plaque thing, buildable Star Wars logo. This thing looks awesome. It's a set that I didn't know I wanted, but now that I've seen it, I want it. I'm going to be moving into a new house soon, which means yes, I'm going to have to move all the Legos, and I'm planning on making a vlog on that moving process. But that's a big aside. My main point is I'm about to get my own office, which means I'm going to have a Lego wall, which means something like this has suddenly become extremely enticing. If you have a big bookcase, or like bookshelves, or just shelves with all of your Lego Star Wars, and you buy a giant Star Wars logo plaque built out of Lego to put into the middle of it, that is awesome, and nobody can tell me otherwise. That is so cool. Like, on the surface, it's just an expensive, like, logo set, which Lego's done plenty of times. Like, in other series, we have the Marvel logo, we have the Rolling Stones logo. There's a few other things Lego's made like this, but I think that this one looks really, really good, and in the middle of a giant Lego Star Wars display, it would look great. This is very tempting. And finally, a lot of people really only know the May 1st wave for this set, and I have to say, I'm thrilled for it. Do I have the money for it? I don't know, but I'm so hyped. It is the Jango Fett's Slave One. People have been begging for this set since the Boba Fett Slave One set, and I think that this looks fantastic. I've already seen people who, of course, got it before the release date, which I cannot do, who have their hands on this, and it looks so good. I didn't think Lego was going to be able to top the Boba Fett Slave One, and then they did. This set looks chef's kiss, peak. This might be a top 5 UCS set for me, and I think that this is going to be a day one pickup for a lot of people. I can't justify it. I cannot justify it, but I want it so bad. And of course, if you were to pick up something like that, or a bunch of these sets, you would be able to get the May 1st exclusive like promo pack, which is the Clone Cadets pack. Obviously, for my giant clone collection, which is right up here off camera, I will need this new unarmored clone. Will I be spending $150 at Lego day of to get it? Maybe not. But then am I going to have to pay somebody else like $30 to get this clone? Yeah. So, that's a bit of a debate for me. But that's technically another set coming out on May 1st if you were to buy a bunch of this Lego Star Wars stuff. Hi everybody, you'll see I'm wearing a different shirt and the lighting is completely changed, but that is because I realized I filmed that late last night and I missed a few sets, so that's my bad. But we also have the new Rebel U-Wing. This thing looks really awesome. It's clearly a lot smaller than the last U-Wing, but also the last U-Wing was a lot more expensive, so this will be a lot more attainable U-Wing. I think the biggest L with this is we are getting less minifigures, but not that big of a deal. People who want the ship and these specific minifigures, there's some exclusives to this set, which is very exciting. I think this is a good deal. I think this is a fun pickup for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people will be picking this up. We also have the new K2SO buildable figure. This thing looks awesome. I don't know if there's anybody out there who's just like, oh, K2SO is my favorite ever. I mean, he's really funny and a really like good character, and the build looks fantastic. I mean, come on, guys. This will be very interesting. It is a little bit expensive at $90, but a very, very exciting set indeed. But those are the two sets that I missed, so now there you go. Back to Past Joshua for the outro. But that's it from me. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you're hyped for May 1st and maybe even have picked out some sets that you want to buy. It's a very exciting time for LEGO Star Wars, and the rest of this year is going to be the year that keeps on giving. LEGO Star Wars has cooked this year, and I may have to make a video talking about some of the things that I'm most excited for this year, but that's a story for a later time. But anyways, I hope you found this video informative. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.